All right, welcome everyone, and good afternoon. Thanks for joining me in this live stream. I really do appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice day so far. All right, so in this live stream, I do want to address some questions that I've seen down below in the comment section over the last couple of days here for the options that are now available for the low income and the fixed income based on some changes that came into play just a few days ago. So it's been a weird time so far. We're not even that far into June as of right now as I host this live stream, but there have been some major changes recently and it's impacting a lot of people, so that's what I want to talk about here in this live stream. Now, I don't plan on sitting here for all that long. Maybe we'll make this like 15, 20 minutes. Maybe. I say that all the time, and it turns out to be 45 minutes. We'll see. But again, I kind of want to buzz through the details here and give you what's going on here, and then that's about it. So anyway, I'm going to quickly start this out by saying shout out to Joe Congilio. Hey, I saw your comment right before I went live here. I saw your comment down in the chat, so thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, so anyway, by the way, I'll give you the details that I want to share with you really quickly here in this video right now. I'm going to spend a few minutes talking. I don't know how long it's going to be, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. I don't know, however long it takes me to tell you the details. And then I'll get into the chat and I'll spend a few minutes in the chat box there. So if you're joining me live, feel free to stick a comment, question, feedback, anything like that down below. I'll do my best to get to as many as I possibly can. And we'll wrap it up after that. So, all right, so let's get into it. So what happened on Saturday? Well, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what happened on Saturday. I don't remember back that far. that's like way too many days ago, right? But my point is, okay, so what happened on Saturday is number one. We started June, okay? So June started on Saturday, okay? So that was however many days ago now. But my point is, what also happened then too was that the ACP, the Affordability Connectivity Program, the program that was offering discounted or free internet for about 23 million households, ended. Totally 100% ended. Now, here's the weird situation about this. Some people lost their coverages way back in April. Some people lost it at the beginning of May, things like this. So people have been losing coverages, but technically the program ran out of money, okay? 100% ran out of money as of June 1st, okay? So the program ended as of then. And again, we've been talking about it for the last several months here. However, I said this many months ago as well. I said, when this comes into play, as in they run out of money from this government program, when this happens, I would not be shocked one bit if these service providers come forward and say, oh my, the sky is falling, we've got to implement some type of discount program to keep these customers on because they don't want to lose 23 million subscribers, right? And again, that's exactly what they are. They are customers that were enrolled in these service plans, the ISPs, internet service plans, are internet service providers, right? They have this coverage and it's being paid, it was being paid by the ACP program. These service providers can't all of a sudden go from having all of these millions and millions of people that are getting their services to all of a sudden losing that many people. They just cannot do it. That'd be really bad, right? So they want to do what they can. And I was talking about this a couple months ago. As I said, I wouldn't be shocked one bit when this plan or when this program eventually ends, and here we are, right? Ended a few days ago. When it eventually ends, I would not be shocked if these service providers come forward and say, well, by golly gee, we're going to extend the program ourselves and we're going to offer some discounts. Well, guess what happened? That's exactly what happened, okay? So, huge shock. They came to forward and they did this. Now, is it a bad thing? No, not at all, because now they're kind of trapped. I mean, this is kind of a good situation, okay? The internet service providers are a little bit trapped right now because they know that if they blow it, if they mess up, they're going to lose a lot of people really fast, and they do not want to do that. This affects their bottom line, and remember, they're a business. They're in business to make money, right? So a loss of customers would not be a good thing on their bottom line. So they want to maintain everybody. So anyway, I was out a couple days ago and I talked about this, okay, in that video and other videos. I've had a number of questions coming in about this, and I just want to talk about it really quickly here. Okay, so there's a handful of different providers out there. In fact, I'll rattle off names of a few here in just a second, but there's about a dozen providers across the country right now. Some are big, some are small. I don't know the names of all the little ones, but I'll rattle off the names of maybe like 5 or 6 bigger ones here in just a second. But they're offering discounted plans, okay, for the low income who were enrolled in the ACP, or even if you were not enrolled in the ACP. Now, quick little side note, okay, the ACP program, according to the government statistics for the last couple of years as this program was available, they said they consistently continued coming back and saying 48 million households would be eligible for the program. Guess how many were actually enrolled in it? 23 million. So that means 25 million households never even enrolled in the ACP program, even though they were eligible for it. And again, I said this many times over the last couple of years, I bet most of those 25 million households that were eligible never even knew about it, never knew that they were eligible in the first place. That would be my anticipation, because why would somebody who's eligible not take advantage of free internet? Not sure about you. Don't love paying my internet bill every month. Not sure if you love paying it. If you do, I'll gladly send you my bill every month, okay? It's $107 and I don't know, some change. I don't know what it is. It's a lot for internet, and it's not even that great. I mean, it's just crappy internet, right? So anyway, I don't love the service provider, but it's the only one in the area, so I have to use them. Don't love that. But anyway, that's beside the point, okay? So my point is, so that is, those are the statistics about it. But here's the situation now, okay? So these discounts are not only eligible for those people that were enrolled in the ACP. So if you're thinking, hey, I wasn't enrolled in the ACP, but I'm still low income or fixed income, can I still get this? Well, I don't know the exact qualifications for all of these different service providers, but I'd say 100% ask. It never hurts to ask, and you would be shocked with how much you'll get just by asking. In fact, quick note, did you see my video from the other day? What was it? What is today? Thursday? Maybe like Tuesday or something? I don't know the exact date. Maybe it was Monday or Tuesday. I had a video and I said, the one question you should always be asking as a senior. If you did not see that video, please go watch it. Do yourself a huge favor. Watch that video. It's nuts, okay? The video's not nuts. I mean, the video's just the same old thing, me sitting here talking and blabbing for 10 minutes, whatever it is. But I'm talking about a question in that video. If you ask that question as a senior, you literally have a magic wand, okay? It's crazy how you have a magic wand as a senior that you can pull that sucker out anytime you want, wave it, and it'll do a lot of magical things for you. So watch that video, and I talked about it in that one. It's actually pretty exciting. Anyway, all right, so let me rattle off the names of those big providers across the country who are offering these discounts, okay? And then I'm going to follow it up, and I'm going to give you some more little tips and tricks on this to negotiate yourself a nice little deal on some internet. Because internet, honestly, paying internet bills sucks, okay? Sorry, that's a technical term, but I hate paying my internet bill. It's not a fun thing. I can't imagine that you do. It's like throwing money away, right? I'm not sure about you, but it's like I'm just spending all this money every month, nothing. I'm getting like nothing for it other than some internet. That's like, it's like nothing, right? It's like paying for air. It's basically what it feels like, right? It's just weird. So anyway, all right, so some of the big players out there that are offering these discounts for the low income and for internet, things like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna just rattle off what I remember here. Okay, AT&T, Comcast, Cox, Spectrum, Verizon. There might be another one. Okay, those are the big ones that I can think of right now off the top of my head. But those are the big ones. These are the big service providers. Did I say Spectrum? I think I did. Okay, Spectrum's a big one for low income and fixed income people. But check these providers out. Okay, here's what I would suggest. Figure out what service providers provide service in your area, and then maybe even shop around a little bit, okay? So maybe see like, okay, in my area, Spectrum and Comcast, Spectrum, Comcast, and what's another one that I said? Verizon, okay? Let's just say those three, for example. Let's just say that those three service your area. And again, it's going to be different for everybody. You might have just one, you might have five, you might have a bunch, who knows? What I would do, call all of them and say, hey, I was enrolled in the ACP. I don't have coverage anymore because the program ended a couple weeks ago. Well, it was actually about a week ago now, June 1st. They should know this. If they don't know this, you're talking to the wrong person. You should hang up and call back, because if you're talking to a person that doesn't know what this is, they shouldn't be working there. They should not have a job at that place. This is so basic. But anyway, say, hey, I heard you got a discount here for the low income to get me some discounted internet. What's your best price? And they'll be like, well, we're offering some discount, and if you sign up today, you'll get 36 months for the price of 2, or some ridiculous promotion like that. They always have some promotion, right? It's a limited time promotion, right? Don't fall for that, by the way. They've always got some gimmick of a promotion. They say, oh, it's a limited time. If you hang up, we might not be able to honor it when you call back in 3 minutes, you know? So again, just be wary of that. They they always pull these things. Again, you know what I'm talking about. Classic sales, right? But anyway, shop around. Call them and say, hey, what's your best discount? Seriously, I'm a senior. I'm a fixed income. I'm low income. I'm below the federal poverty line. I'm 110% of the federal poverty line, whatever it is. I don't know. Don't tell them your income. They don't need to know that. But just say, what's your best price? Give me your best price here, okay? And they'll say, well, what are you doing? Are you streaming? Are you gaming? Are you whatever? And just be like, dude, I'm just like a person that's like living my life. I need some internet, right? They're going to try to upsell you and be like, well, if you're streaming like one show a day, you should buy our 1 terabyte, service or whatever. They're going to try to sell you the fastest, service that they have. You probably don't need that or whatever it is. Again, I'm just kind of making up some stuff here, but you know how the game goes, right? So anyway, I would just shop around. I would seriously ask around a little bit. But from what I've been reading about this, they're offering some discounts, and I would be willing to bet that they are offering some competitive rates because remember, they're all competing with each other. And when we talk about it here, when it comes down to the low income and fixed income, what is the name of the game? Service and price, right? That's all it is. Literally, what's your service? What's the price? That's all we got to know, right? Does your service blow or is it good enough? And is the price going to work for me? That's all I got to know, right? So anyway, check out the details about this and I hope this helps you. But as for right now, the ACP program is done. Okay, I've been talking about this for a long time. I've been saying it for months now. I've been having videos leading up to the end of this, and I've been saying, look out, it's ending Saturday. It's over. Even on Saturday, I came up with a video and said, done, over, that's it. Now, this program could come back. I'm going to say this much. I do not think this program is going to come back before November. Why? Because that would look like a win for the current administration, okay? I'm just being real with you right now. It's a game of politics. We know how the game works right now. I'm going to say it's not going to come back before November. If it does, I'm going to be shocked. But after that, it's game on. There's a lot of different things that could happen after November and things like that, right? But before then, I really don't think this is going to come back. The ACP, I mean. However, when it comes down to these discounts from these service providers, yeah, for sure. Who knows how long they're going to offer them? In my opinion, I think they offer these discounts almost indefinitely. They're basically painted into a corner. They're forced to do this. If they do not offer these discounts, they know as well as we do, they're going to lose a lot of customers and they're going to lose a lot of people fast, okay? They can't. They're trapped, they're painted into a corner, and they're vulnerable. I love it, right? I don't know. That sounds like I'm some like psychopath or something, but I'm really not. But my point is, I like it because here's the thing: they have to do this. They have to do this. If they don't, they're going to lose so many people. So they've really got themselves in a situation here. Okay, so this is good. It's good for the service provider, as in they have to give these discounts. Okay, here's the thing, really quickly. They don't have to. Okay, just being real. They don't have to. They're not forced to. But they're kind of, like I said, they're kind of painted into a corner. If they don't offer the discounts, well, then they're going to lose a lot of people, and they just can't do that. It would not be very good business on their part to lose that many people that quickly. Because if some guy comes out and says, hey, our company is no longer offering discounts, in replace of the ACP, then the low income says, well, I no longer have service with you then. I'm going to the other guy, right? And you do that, because what do? We shop for price, we shop for service, and we shop for convenience and availability and things like that. And if one company doesn't provide it, we go to the other one. That's why there's competition, right? That's why there's options. So check some of those out. And also, like I said earlier, check out that video from the other day. Before you make this call, and before you make the call, maybe watch that video from a couple days ago where I said the one question you should always be asking as a senior. Maybe watch that video first and then make the call and then report back to me with your findings. I think you'll be very happy with those results there. And just do that. All right, so anyway, that's what I want to share with you really quickly. And kind of unfortunate, the ACP program, there's a lot of hope on the table leading up to the demise of this program on Saturday. There was a bunch of pieces of legislation out there. In fact, there were 4 different pieces of legislation trying to resurrect it, trying to bring back the ACP, trying to plow more money into it, $7 billion, $6 billion, things like this, money into the program. Never happened. They didn't do it. So, huge shock. They blew it again. So yeah, are we shocked? Nope, I'm not. I'm not shocked. I'm not sure if you are, but I mean, we knew this for a while now. It likely wasn't going to happen. There was a little bit of hope. There was a little bit of hope in the air that, hey, maybe they'll come to their senses here and then maybe do something. But another thing, too, I want to throw this out there really fast. I know I'm kind of off on a rambling rant here. I apologize. But one more thing, too, as well. Why would lawmakers have any incentive to extend this program when the service providers have taken this into their own discretion here and offering the discounts? Why would lawmakers have any what is this obligation any obligation to do this, to bring the program back, right? They're basically saying, hey, the low income are good, they're taken care of now. The service providers have taken on this burden, right? So again, with that being said, I'm just feeling like, I don't know, I don't really have a whole lot of faith anymore in the ACP program coming back. It may, but I don't think it comes back, if it does ever, until after November at the absolute earliest. But anyway, lock in some discounts from the service providers, okay? Oh, another thing too. I know I keep thinking of more things the more I talk here, okay? Some of these service providers may force you to sign like a 1-year contract or something like that. Be aware of that, okay? Here's why. If you sign a contract, yes, you would be locking your price for a specified amount of time, 1 year, 2 years, 18 months, whatever the contract duration is. But when that contract expires, I guarantee you they're going to jack your price, okay? So if they say, oh, we can offer you a 12-month contract, just sign a 12-month contract. We'll promise you it's only $9.99 a month. No bother. Don't worry about it. You'll be good. And then at the end of the contract, what do? Oh, new pricing at the end of the contract. How much is it now? Oh, it's $29.99. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so just be aware of that as well, okay? So if you sign a contract, they're likely going to do that, okay? This is like no surprise at all. You probably know this, but just take that into consideration as well. And maybe you don't want to be locked into a contract. A lot of times these early terminations of contracts cost hundreds of dollars. If you read the fine print, or if you ask the representative you're talking to and you say, if I hate your service and I don't want to be with you anymore, if I cancel it, how much is it going to cost me? And they'll say, oh, well, there's an early termination fee of the contract of fill in the blank, X dollars, $250, $200, $300, $500. It's something like that. It's usually hundreds of dollars. It's usually so much that it really discourages somebody from canceling. That's the whole point, right? They don't want somebody to cancel, because if there was no penalty, people would just sign up all the time and be like, well, your service is terrible, I'm out of here, right? But they put that clause in there to make it really discouraging for anybody to cancel service, because they don't want you to cancel, so they lock you in, and they put this hefty penalty on there to basically lock you in and say, you can't cancel. If you do, you're paying us $500, right? Ransom. That's basically what it is. So anyway, so all this makes sense? All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. Let's jump into the chat box here. I'll spend a few minutes there, answer some questions, but I think it's pretty straightforward. Again, I'll rattle off that list again for you really quickly based on what I'm remembering. Again, AT&T, Comcast, Cox, Spectrum, Verizon, yeah, I think those are the big ones, okay? Those are the big ones that I remember. There's some small regional ones as well. So if you're locked into a regional internet service provider in your local area, call them too. Ask them. They'll probably have some kind of program as well. There's a bunch of them out there, a bunch of names, honestly, I've never heard of. But just ask. If you're locked in with some other provider, just ask. It does not hurt to ask. So anyway, let's get into the chat. Okay, that was me talking, by the way. So I have my phone sitting here, and I pull myself up on the live stream so that when I'm ready to get in the chat, it's just ready for me. So that's why every time I turn the volume up, you hear me talking. So that's what I do. And then I pause it so I don't have to listen, Yeah, Kamala Shirey. Yeah, I see your message there. Hello. Yeah, it's nuts. Everything going up right now. Yeah. By the way, did you see the video from I think it was Sunday night, few days ago, Sunday night, I think it was. I had a video out talking about Target, Walmart, and Aldi. They're announcing that they're cutting prices on a lot of different products, which is great. But again, remember, a lot of these price cuts that are going into a lot of these different items from these stores are their store brand. Some people call it the generic. I don't know. I got nothing wrong with generic, right? I buy generic stuff all the time, right? But anyway, store brand. So just take that into consideration. When you're out there shopping, you might see some price reductions on store brand products at some of these stores. Okay, it's not going to be everything, But generally, the store brands, and again, we love the store brands. Why not? It's the same thing for a lot less money a lot of the time. Not always, but a lot of time you get the same old thing for significantly less, right? So anyway, some pretty good stuff. But yeah, totally hear you there. Kamala Shirey, yeah, prices are nuts. Good question. Crystal Coachman is asking if anybody's food stamp cases have been closed. I think you were asking after speaking with the office. Um, Not sure what's going on there, but that would be bad, right? So yeah, yeah. Deborah Chapman, thanks so much for the nice message. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Karen Gibson, yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for the nice message. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah. Crystal Coachman, yeah, she's saying she might actually just get rid of Snap altogether. Um, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. A big headache for $3 a month, isn't it? Yeah. Um, yeah, Shannon McCormick, I see you there. You're mentioning Lifeline. Yeah, so Lifeline is another option that's out there as well. I'm gonna be real with you. I've heard kind of bad reviews about Lifeline. Okay, I've had some people reach out and say, "Oh, don't do it. It's bad." I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never used it. I don't know. But yes, there is a Lifeline program that's been around for a long time too. It's a program specifically focused on the low income, and they offer, get ready for it, $9.25 per month to pay for your internet. Okay, so that could offer a $9.25 discount to your internet. Again, sorry, I don't mean to diss $9.25, but I'm just saying that's pathetic. I'm sorry, but $9.25 per month to pay for to help pay for internet. But yeah, that's an option too. So I mean, if you're looking for a little discount on some internet, feel free to look into the Lifeline program. That is available. Yeah, so that is still out there. And another option to replace the ACP program that's now over, done. Oh. Oh. Andrea, sorry, it might be pronouncing your name wrong. You said California Lifeline program is really good. That's good to know. I'm glad to hear that. That's great. That's awesome. Thanks for the feedback there. That's very good to know. Yeah, this person, Namber. Sorry, I know I'm saying your name wrong, but you said Lifeline is awful. Yeah, I see your message there. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the feedback there, but yeah, that's good to know. Yeah. Scott Mason is saying Xfinity won't take Lifeline. Good to know as well. Oh, wow. Okay, Andrea is saying we have unlimited internet service in California, and you have Lifeline. Awesome, that's really good to know. What's the service like? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it reliable? That's kind of good to know too. Okay, Denise M says I do get Lifeline. That's good to know. Yeah, thanks, Denise. Okay. Shannon McCormick said you had it for quite a few years there. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah. Imaginator, you're funny. I like it. They offered you $16 a month and you told them to go do something to themselves. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Yeah, okay, yeah. They asked for all your banking info, right? That's at the point too. You got to ask like, what am I willing to sell basically my dignity for, right? I mean, that's like a bad thing. Like 16 bucks, I'm kind of good, right? I don't need to do that, right? That's kind of what you're saying there as well. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Christine McKinnon, hey, we're just talking about the ACP and some other options that are out there now to lock in some discounts on internet for people that were enrolled or not even enrolled in the ACP now that it ended as of what, 5 days ago? Something like that? Saturday, yeah, Saturday, a few days ago, Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, Leah Ketchum, I see you there. Hello, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, yeah. That's a good one as well. Joni Filia says, don't forget to add the taxes in. That's a good one as well. A lot of times, regardless of what happens, they usually say, oh, by the way, government imposed taxes are still due. Always, right? Can't get away from that one, right? Yeah, always. Yeah. Yeah, Linda Johnson, right on the money. Thank you. Gil Garcia, hello. Nice to have you here again. Thanks for joining us. And on Andrea, sorry. I know it can be pronounced a couple different ways, but yeah, I see you there from California. Thank you. I appreciate the nice messages. Yeah, Denise M joining us. Thanks, Denise. Nice. Okay. Detroit 313. You're saying that your service provider is offering you basically the same perks as the ACP program through August. That's nice. That's really cool. Who's your service provider? I'd love to know if you are interested in sharing. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. But that's cool. And you said your name is Detroit, so must be located in Michigan. But yeah, I wonder if that's specific to your area. But either way, that's cool. That's awesome, right? Hopefully it's through August. It's 3 extra months. It's not a ton, but we'll take anything we can get. That's great. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that information. Yeah, Joni Filia, exactly. She says it doesn't surprise you. There's no organization. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Deborah Chapman, West Palm Beach in the house. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so Denise M says, yeah, she called and they're giving a discount of $35, but it sounds like you're still on the hook for 75. So wait, your internet is 110 a month? Is that right? So 35 and 75 is 110? Is that right? Wow, it's a lot. I mean, that's basically what mine is too. It's just like nuts, okay? Yeah. Okay, let me tell you a quick little pro tip, okay? Quick little pro tip, okay? This may not work all the time, but it may be worth asking as well, okay? So if you have another adult living in your household, okay? So let's just say it's you and a spouse, you and an adult child, something like that. I don't know. If you have another adult living in your house, this may be worth looking into. It's a little bit of a pro tip. It may work with some service providers. It may not work with others, but it may be worth asking, okay? So here's what they often do. When you sign up for a service, they'll say, we give you an introductory rate for 12 months of, our special pricing, $19.99, whatever. It's all some joke anyway. But anyway, they say that and they say, after the 12-month introductory pricing, it'll go up to $39.99, okay? I'm just making up numbers to kind of give an example here, okay? But after the introductory offer, then it goes up to the regular pricing, right? You're no longer a valued customer. You're basically just another number on their balance sheet, right? But what you could do is call them and say, hey, I hate your service. Cancel me. And they'll be like, whoa, why? And then you say, well, your price is too high. And then they'll say, well, we can actually offer you this other plan over here for, $20 off or whatever. You're paying $39.99. We can offer you this new discounted plan. It's a special offer just for you today. Just like they tell you that, just like they said to the other 1.5 million customers that called that day. But maybe we can offer it for $19.99. Okay, sign me up, right? Something like that. Or if they don't budge, what you can do in some cases, again, do your research on this first, but you may be able to cancel your current service with your service provider. Just cancel it, straight up cancel it, and then immediately sign back up under a different name of a different adult in your household. So, for example, let's just say John Smith and Mary Smith live together, right? They're married. The service is currently under Mary Smith's name, right? She cancels her service and says, "Hey, service provider, you're terrible. I hate your pricing. I don't like your services. Cancel me." They don't give her a discount, so she cancels, okay? And then they call back the very next day and say, "Ring, ring. Hi, I'm John Smith, and I'd like to sign up for your service." And they say, "Well, John, guess what? We have a special introductory offer today that we can offer you for the next 12 months of $19.99 for our whatever it is. I don't know, whatever service they have. Would you like to sign up?" And John says, "Sure, I'll take an introductory offer of $19.99 or whatever it is." So this is another option as well, okay? It's going to take a little bit of work, but you can kind of get that new customer pricing again if you basically just cancel from one person and then assign it up under a spouse, okay? You got to do your research on that. It's sometimes worth it. Honestly, sometimes it's not even worth the hassle to go through that. Or you could just basically say, rather than going through all that, just basically call them and talk to a representative and be like, "Here's the situation. Your pricing is too high. I need to cancel my service. If you can't cancel it and then just restart it under my spouse's name or my kid's name, whatever, for the introductory pricing, I'll have to go to a different service provider." A lot of times they can work with you somehow. Here's another thing too as well. This is another pro tip that I should have thrown in that video the other day. When you're asking, basically say this much. If you ever basically say that, "Oh, I'm going to cancel," something like that, a lot of the times, a lot of these service providers, it's not even internet, it's anything. You could call about anything, okay? If you sometimes come in and just say, "Yeah, I'm going to cancel my service," you wouldn't believe how many discounts they give you just right off the bat just to start because they want to keep you. It's more advantageous for them to give you a discount and collect more money from a single person from a person for whatever service than it is to potentially lose that person, if that makes sense, right? So something is better than nothing. So I don't know. I've used that tactic before sometimes as well. I'll call somewhere. I have no intentions of canceling, but I'll call them and be like, "I don't like your service. I'm going to cancel." And they're like, "Whoa, wait, stop. We can give you this introductory offer and we can lower your pricing to, whatever it happens to be. Would you stay with us then?" And I'm like, "No. What's your best price?" And they'll be like, "Well, we can lower it down to this much." Okay, fine. I don't like you, but I'm still going to take it, right? So it might be worth trying. I don't know. But it is a tactic as well. There's a couple different tactics within there, but I don't know. Might be worth trying as well. Try to negotiate down a little bit further. Because if you don't say anything, they're not going to budge. They're not just going to call you one day and be like, "Hey, we're going to offer a $20 per month discount." Why would they do that? They have no reason to, right? But if you call them and kind of rattle the cage a little bit, they might be more willing to lower the price because you just have to address them on that, right? All right, anyway. Jeanette, Viloma, Jeanette Viloma. Sorry, I'm probably saying your last name totally wrong, but hey, I see your message there. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Deborah Chapman. I see all of your very nice messages. Thank you. Yeah. Right. Who is this? Teresa Pratt, I think it is. Sorry. But yeah, hey, I see your message there, Teresa. Thank you. TLC Carol, I see you there. Thanks for watching. Yep. I live in Greensboro, I think you said. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Okay, so TLC Carol says Spectrum is still free here in, I think you said NC, North Carolina. I think that's what you said. Yeah, NC, North Carolina. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Okay, Rebecca Smith, that's good to know as well. Thank you. Yeah, Mo3, I still see you there. Thank you. Yeah, Mo3 is joining. Yep. Yeah, JJ's asking, so is it unlimited data, unlimited everything? Good question. That's going to vary between all service providers, I would guess. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go back down to the bottom of the chat. I went off on that little rant there for a little while, and I kind of got behind on comments here. So I'm going to go back down to the bottom here. I'll go back up, and we'll probably spend a little bit more time here in the chat. Not a whole lot more, but a little bit longer, and then we'll get off of this. Yeah, Shel Valestra checking in. Hello. Hope you're staying cool out there. I know you're in a hot place. By the way, did you see this heat dome? I've been reading about it. It's pretty interesting. Well, I mean, interesting as in like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Apparently, I think there's this heat dome coming in off the West Coast, I think, for like, with it southwest of the country. So like Southern California, kind of like the Arizona, Las Vegas area, apparently getting super hot, Texas, things like that. Yeah. Thanks, Scott. Scott Mason, very nice message. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, Scott. That's very nice of you. Yeah, Andrea from California, yeah. Phyllis is asking, can you tell me what the deal is with the 6,400? I have no idea what that is. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Yeah, Susan Ryan, hello. Nice to have you here. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Anata Atenzio, I think it is. Sorry. Hey, I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong. I apologize. Where's Corey? Good question. I don't know. I have no idea. Not in this little room. That's all I know. I don't know where she is. She's out doing something. She's busy doing something somewhere. I know that much. Yeah. Tammy from Nashville. Hello, Tammy. Thanks for joining us from Nashville. I appreciate it. Matthew Hill checking in. I knew you'd be here, Matthew. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. Nice. Erica, little pro tip there about Spectrum. That's another really good one, by the way. Makes me think of that, Erica. That's great. Yeah, if your kids are in school, pull that one out of your magical hat as well. Yeah, if you have a kid in school, K through 12, you have a college student, something like that, oh yeah, call them on that one. They always have student pricing. Do it. Take that, 100%. Yeah, I got a student in the house. Oh, you got a student, do ya? Well, we have student pricing for sure. Take advantage of that. Seriously, right? Those days aren't going to last us forever, so grab those days. That's for sure. Yes. That's a good one. Thank you, Erica, for reminding me of that. But yeah, that's a great point right there. Looks like your bill went down by, I didn't see the exact numbers. I thought maybe like $40, 120 down to 80 maybe, I think you said. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, 120 to 86. That's $34 a month. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Larry Painter, I see you there. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Lucky, I see your message there. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, Denise M says, yes, I get, I think you're saying Assurance Wireless. I think that's what you're saying there. Yeah, Denise M. Yeah, Mark, I see you there. Mark Leopard. Oh, Ledford maybe. Yeah, sorry, I said leopard, leopard like those spotted cat things. No, Mark Ledford, I think is how it's pronounced. So thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Nice. Andrea's saying you get a senior discount, $35 a month on Spectrum. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Detroit 313, Assurance Wireless. Yeah, so great. Another person there. That's awesome. That's really good to know. That's crazy. So Leah Ketchum is saying you called Spectrum. They have no discounts for seniors. That seems very weird. Okay, that's just weird. Yeah, to me that seems. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'd want to ask about that again. To say like we have no discounts. I mean, here's the thing. Do you ever call places and they're like, "Well, are you?" And they rattle off a list of like, "Are you a doctor? No. Are you military? No. Are you a vet? No. Are you a nurse? No. Are you a student? No. Are you a senior? No." You know what I mean? Like they ask a bunch of questions, and if you say yes to any of the magical questions, you get a discount. Have you ever called these places where they rattle off a list of questions for you? Do you fall into any of these 12 categories? And then if you say yes to any of them, you get a little discount applied, right? Senior is always on that list. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying, it just seems kind of weird that they wouldn't offer a discount for a senior. I don't know. Seems odd. Yeah, Shannon McCormick, state different from state to state. Yeah, 100%. That's right. Jennifer Valdez, I think it is. Yeah, hey, thank you. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for being here. Nanaber, yeah, exactly. You're an NC, I think you said there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Christopher Street, I see you there. Thanks for watching. Hello, good afternoon. Hope you're having a nice day. Thank you. Yep. Okay. So I'm back up at the where I left off on the comments. All right. So with that being said, let's leave it at that. As always, it ended up to be a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. Just want to do what I can for you. All right. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to share with you really quickly. But as of right now, ACP, it's done. But maybe take advantage of some of these programs and some of the discounts that are offered by service providers. I would highly recommend calling around. It's going to be a little bit of work to call around and to talk through all these people and ask the discounts and get the sales pitches and all that stuff like that. But it may be worth it in the long run. A little bit, couple hours to call a couple of them, find the best one that suits you, your needs, things like that. What's available in your area, by the way, I'd say check that out as well to see who's available in your area, because not all service providers are available in all areas. But anyway, might be worth your time. If not, that's fine too. Okay, just trying to help you save some money. I like saving money, because it just means if you can save $10 here, $5 there, 27 cents there, $13 there, things like that, it gives you that money that you can spend on something else, other necessities in your life, rather than spending it on internet, right? So anyway, all right, so if you haven't done so, just please subscribe. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. I'm not here to pressure anybody, but thanks for joining me. Truly appreciate it. All right, have a nice day, and yeah, I'll catch you again later in the next video. Yeah, busy time. All right, so I'm going to unplug the mic here. When it starts talking. You might want to click off if you're still here. If not, that's fine. All right, so I'm going to hit the finish button. I'll hit the end button. All right, have a nice day. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you again later in the next one. All right, see you later. Thank you. I hope this helps you, by the way. All right, see ya.